Presenting Beryl Shipley for enshrinement tonight, please welcome his assistant coach, one of his many, many friends and admirers, Tom Cox.
Good evening. Before I get started with my presentation, because of the tremendous amount of news that's been in the paper this week about how the University of Louisiana Lafayette had turned its back on Beryl Shipley for over 35 years, I think you need to know that that picture no longer exists. About 4 or 5 years ago, we had a team of leaders that brought the Beryl Shipley legacy back to the forefront in Lafayette. He now has a banner hanging from the rafters in the Cajun Dome with his name. He has a bronze bust in the lobby of the Cajun Dome. A lot of people over to my left here are responsible for that. But like I say, there was a team of leaders there. 3 of them are here tonight. The athletic director at the university, Scott Farmer. The head basketball coach at the university, Bob Marlin. And the leader of that group, the president of the university, Dr. Joseph Savoy. God bless you guys for what you've done. If you happen to be in the group of people that drove to Natchitoches from Lafayette, Louisiana this weekend, and you were a little bit put out of how long it took you to get here, whatever you do not complain around the Shipley family about how long it takes to get from Lafayette to the Hall of Fame. There's absolutely no way that you could imagine how proud I am that the Shipley family has given me the honor of presenting Beryl Shipley to the Louisiana Hall of Fame. If you're old enough that your college basketball history dates back to the Shipley era, then like me, you've known for many years that the Louisiana Hall of Fame would never, ever be complete without the presence of Beryl Shipley. If you're not old enough to remember those days, just take my word for it. No college basketball coach was ever better qualified for the Hall of Fame. You check his coaching achievements, his coaching records, you'll realize that he was more than qualified the instant he walked off the stage over 40 years ago. And yet, there's even more to the Beryl Shipley story, because we're here tonight also honoring the man who integrated the Deep South in college basketball. And let me tell you now, no coach in this state, in or out of the Hall of Fame, ever faced the obstacles and the opposition Beryl Shipley faced in integration. His main opposition was the very entity that signed his contracts, the State Board of Education. And they were assisted by the commissioner of the state conference that he participated in. But he faced that opposition the same way he faced opponents on the court. He never backed down and he never gave in. There was something about Beryl Shipley that they didn't realize. Beryl Shipley was the dog that wouldn't stay on the porch. After the conference commissioner had continually ruled against UL basketball in every controversial issue, it prompted Beryl to publicly state that his conference was a Mickey Mouse league. The conference commissioner went berserk and demanded a public apology from Beryl. So the next day, Beryl publicly apologized. The headlines read, "Shipley apologizes to Mickey Mouse." This is the spot or place in my preparation where I had originally decided I was going to sing. But my wife, Judy, has heard me sing, and she said, if you try that, Elvis won't be the only one leaving the building. So I decided I would just quote some lyrics from the song that I had chosen. So here goes. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has naught. To say the things he really feels, and not the words of one who kneels. Let the record show he took the blows, and he did it his way. Those words fit Burl Shipley to a T. But regardless of what Judy says, I still think they sounded better in the shower. I'm going to have to give up the mic. Time's running out, so I need to get to the really fun part of this presentation. At this time, I'd like to present to you what many of us consider to be the father of modern-day college basketball in the state of Louisiana, Coach Burl C. Shipley.